What's up, everybody? My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we're playing Izzet Superfirends. So Izzet Superfirends, I know Jeskai has been played a lot, and I do think Jeskai is actually a little bit better competitively, but I wanted to go for some spice here. So this is a fun Izzet Superfirends deck. There's a ton of Planeswalkers that really work with this, and the main idea of this is to win with things like Chandra's -7 ability, where you do 7 damage to them, Royal Scions, where you draw 4 cards and deal damage equal to the number of cards in your hand, Chandra just ticking up, and then also Sarkhan, which is amazing. So the idea here is that we're not playing any creatures whatsoever. We're not playing anything but Planeswalkers, Fires of Invention, and then some interaction. Early game removal, we have Shock, Scorching Dragonfire, and Chandra's Tramp. I do want 2 copies of Chandra's Tramp because we have enough Chandras in here. It's worthwhile to be able to ping in damage. I don't have Chandra's Regulator, which I was trying to figure a way to fit it in, but it just doesn't really work. Flame Sweep, and then Stolen by the Fae, which I'm really interested to try out. Otherwise, our 3 mana Planeswalkers, which we have a ton of, Mu Yangling, Narset, just to dig for all of our other Planeswalkers or whatever else we're needing here. It's really good card draw for us. Chandra, Saheeli, the Royal Scions. Then we have Kasmina and the Chandra Fire Artisan here, which I'm debating if I want to go up for another copy here, but we'll end up seeing how it happens. The main idea here is we want to try to find a Fires of Invention. I have 3 copies in here. I probably should have 4, but I wanted to squeeze in an extra Flame Sweep. I just felt like it was going to be... I don't like having multiple of these, and so I'm figuring with Narset, with all the card draw that we end up having with this deck, we should be able to find one, hopefully. Anyway, that's pretty much the deck. Let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to fusiongamingonline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. All right, up against Extreme Amy, bring it on. And Scorching Dragonfire, we have a turn 3. We're on the play, which is really nice, and if we can, we have a lot of removal early game if it's slow. Yeah, so let's go ahead and keep this. Temple Epiphany, dig for land here. That's a good land. Flame Sweep is also really good against the lands deck, which is good. Pretty grand. The nice thing is that our main win condition actually flies through the air, which is good against their deck as well. Are we going to want to use the Scorching Dragonfire? I'm kind of doubting it. Let's go ahead and play this tap, pass the turn. I really can't assume that that's what this is right away. Thought Erasure? Ah, man. They may take Saheeli or they take the Sarkhan. Saheeli is good, but it's kind of meh in this deck, really. It's more of just to create blockers. She can get out of hand, so they do take Saheeli. And Surveil a Sir Conrad to the graveyard. Very interesting. Alright, play Interplanar Beacon, pass the turn. Land is good. Very, very good for us. Royal Scions would have been pretty good there, too. Let's see if they're playing creatures really at all. Okay, Night Veil Sprite. Let's go ahead and Scorching Dragonfire that. Alright, land and land is really good. Pass the turn. Flame Sweep isn't as good against their deck. Maybe we should have held on to Flame Sweep just to be able to do more stuff. I'm worried that they're going to have a way for the discard, though.
War is coming. I will not be unprepared. Hone your control.
All right. So here's the thing. I want to keep Sarkhan alive. If they have removal for the dragon, it's really, really bad because then they just kill Sarkhan. And so I'm thinking it might be better just to Flame Sweep here real quick. I know it only gets rid of 1 wizard. But if they have removal, which, the odds of them having removal for Sarkhan the dragon is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and Flame Sweep. All right, Sarkin. And maybe just ticking up is better. Now that we know we have Chandra, I am going to go for the dragon. They play dragon past the turn. They shouldn't have an instant way to kill this. I mean, they could have Murderous Rider, which that's fine too if they do.
We are the future.
But now they can't Murderous Rider this and kill my Sarkin. Gets rid of a Lazav. Is this like a Reanimator deck? I'm still really intrigued by what this is. Sir Conrad with Lazav could be interesting. Because that removes stuff from the graveyard, I think? No, it just keeps it in the graveyard. Okay, Sir Conrad comes down. Well, Chandra's Triumph does kill, like, we can kill this guy on the next turn. So play Chandra.
Let's start at a
we're gonna take up. I don't think I need to kill this guy right now. We could just exile Sir Conrad. That's probably the best, actually.
Glad I could help with your not being on fire problem.
Spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more. Yeah, okay, so we're good there. That was kind of scary, actually. All right,
dragons.
Keep back the blocker. Let's go ahead and kill. Let's just target them. I'm not terribly worried about the having to pay 2 more to target their stuff right now. All right, Price of Fame does get to kill Chandra here. Boo. I'm glad that we did this though, because otherwise, I mean, I guess we could have kept Chandra alive, but not Sarkin. Now they killed Chandra, but Sarkin actually is better for us in this deck.
Reduced to embers.
Barrier of Bones. This is definitely a Surveil deck, which means I'm kind of surprised I haven't found a disinformation campaign yet. Quench is actually going to be pretty good there. Do we kill Kasmina? No, we don't. All right, tick up a Sarkin. Swing in. Down to 12 and pass the turn. I can play this on their turn and still hold up Quench. I kind of want them to go to combat thinking that they have some value. And then they won't. Booyah. All right, let's see what they get. The Elder Spell, perfect. Quench is gonna feel so great right now. That's something they probably should have held on to for when we had more stuff. All right, swings in. We say to you, nay. Autopay. And Ral. Ral's very good.
Choose wisely, because the other one's going bye-bye.
Keep Kasmina. And do I create a dragon here? Yeah, let's create a dragon.
Come to me.
Keeping my life total higher could be pretty good, though. Yeah, opponent keeps it up. There we go. All right, that's how this deck is supposed to run. All right, up against the Marval. Not Marvel, but Marval. Bring it on. We kind of got to mulligan this. This can only be cast for blue for Planeswalker spells. So, I mean, Quench is great if we find something for it, but I think we got to mulligan. This we can keep. And I guess we drop this Chandra and we just try to hope to find the red mana we need. Keep this. I like Mu Yingling on turn 3. It can be pretty good. Especially against slower decks. Fires of Invention, also very good. That means we don't have to find double red. We might be up against a mirror match here. Fairy Vandal. Okay, not a mirror match. But Mu Yingling is good against Fairy Vandal, so that's nice. This means it's a flash deck, which could be bad. Or it's just the double draw deck. Okay, down to 18. Let's hope they don't have a counter here. Stolen by the Fae can be pretty good against Fairy Vandal. No Quench. Don't have it. Alright, he loses flying and neg 2
my domain.
power. If they still draw a second card, they can still do enough damage to Mu Yingling. It's annoying. Next turn, we're Fires of Invention into Chandra. Stolen by the Fae on the next turn.
Don't get me involved.
I want to hold on to Quench here. What else could I play? I could go Stolen by the Fae. Create 2 blockers. Let's do this, actually. So I'm doing this just because that's not a good card to play after Fires of Invention because it's an X spell. This lets Mu Yingling kind of survive a little bit better. And Fires of Invention next turn. Yeah. It's hard to get any value from the first time you exile with Chandra. It's a little bit awkward, actually. But I want to take down... They could have Shock here. Okay, Fires of Invention. Yeah, they do have Ionize. Create a 4/4, swing in with 1. Down to 19, past the turn. Yeah. Lava coils, okay. Okay, second red source is nice. Ooh, yeah. We want Flame Sweep, but this will work. Okay, tuck the Spectral Sailor. Swing in, or not tuck it. Make it mini. Down to 17 and pass the turn. Fairy Vandal comes down and we use Scorching Dragonfire now before they can draw anything. Pass the turn. Quench really isn't looking great here. They can draw a card and discard to create a fairy. They can still draw a card here, which is better than that. And I'm actually hoping that they draw a card and then we can quench something in response. I probably shouldn't be hovering over their stuff, right? That's what everyone tells me, like, don't hover over their stuff, you're giving them clues. Yeah, that's okay. We can't play Chandra and...
The sky is my domain.
I don't want to get this countered. Alright, Chemister's Insight. So here's the thing, I can quench it to make him pay 2, but then I can't play anything. I could play Chandra, I guess. Okay, resolve. They don't block. Do they block here? We don't really have other ways of creating more of them. Alright, so Quench just got better with them being at 2 mana, although they get to untap. Yeah, let's go Chandra. Hopefully they don't have a Quench. We saw Ionize. They have Negate, okay. Of course they do. In hindsight, playing this one would have been better, but that's difficult. The nice thing is that we can actually bring back Stolen by the Fae with Chandra. I didn't think of that before. That's actually really good. This Chandra can bring back Stolen by the Fae because this counts as a 2 converted mana cost spell, but then you can cast it for as much as you want. It's converted mana cost 3 or less, but yeah. I might just go for the ultimate with Mu Yingling.
Bow to the howling winds.
We know they can create a thing here. Okay, play Chandra. They may not bother with this one, it really doesn't matter that much.
Not to brag, but I'm totally the best pyromancy student. Oh, they're so cute!
Alright, swinging with the elementals. Fairy Vandal comes down. Scorching Dragonfire. I'm actually wanting them to counter stuff like this instead. If they don't draw this turn, it's actually pretty good for us. Quench. We could have held up Quench to get this Chemister's Insight. Again, the whole goal here is to get Mu Yingling to ultimate. If we get to ultimate Mu Yingling, we win the game. That's just kind of how it works. Maybe we can go to like 2 Quench and 2, I don't know, maybe like Mystical. No. I really don't know what we can bring in for more interaction. Quench is so good early game that I want to have it in hand. Okay, swings at Chandra. That's actually fine by us. We would trade off if they were going after Mu Yingling. No blocks.
I'm telling Mother Ludi on you.
Double Quench is interesting. I'm actually going to bring down one of these guys. I want them to swing in with Spectral Sailor. Hopefully they don't have like Brazen Borrower. That would be really annoying. Let's just... 2 here.
Don't worry. I brought company.
So the only thing that gets Smooying Ling from not ultimating, which once we ultimate, we win the game. We're able to draw 2 cards every single turn. And so if they draw a card here, we actually have to quench. If they have Brazen Borrower, that would be great for us to be able to quench here. We have double quench, but they just have so much mana now. There we go. All right, they had Bone Crusher Giant. Sweet. All right. That means they do have removal like that. He gets Trample and First Strike. Dang it, this is bad.
And a bit of style doesn't hurt.
That's annoying. Ooh, they're not going after Muying Ling. They're not going after, so they could have given something First Strike and Trample and definitely gotten Muying Ling down. Sweet. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. All right, yeah, absolutely ultimate. Oops, yeah, definitely an oops there. I mean, I'm thinking that he's saying oops for himself. All right, so let's play this like this. Okay, Chandra. Keeping our islands untapped.
Pyromancy puts a little sizzle in my step.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and kill Spectral Sailor. If we find something good to quench, we'll definitely do it.
Toasted.
And let's go ahead and put... I mean, we can swing 2 at Royal Scions. They can just kill our guys, though. If we swing 2, they may let it... I'm debating if I want to plus up on it instead. Let's go ahead and create 2.
Hey, these little guys are great.
And I'm hoping they have a Chemister's Insight. Or something expensive that I can quench here. This is a grindy game, my goodness. Yeah, takes it, keeps their guys around.
Foolish coward.
I'm actually wanting to draw more than I'm wanting to quench here. If we get something good, though, we will definitely use it. Okay, Brazen Borrower. I can counter the Brazen Borrower now. Is that better than drawing 2 cards? I really don't know. Probably not. That was the last chance to really use a quench, though. Alright, what do they go after? So they can pump up 1. They can do a lot of damage to our guys here this turn. We may lose like pretty much all of our Planeswalkers, but we have the emblem with Muying Ling. As long as we can find one of those, that's what I was hoping for, actually, with Chandra.
Payback. I'm an explosively good pyromancer. Hope it's not too hot for ya.
Alright, how do they swing here? There's definitely better ways to use their Planeswalkers there. I think they could have teched up to give something trample. They could have played this Chandra, and they could have negative on it to kill. So they could have killed every one of our planeswalkers. Instead, they're leaving blockers down, and we get to pump up a planeswalker to, or these guys to maybe go after Chandra or something. The issue with our Chandra is that they have to...
Now things are getting heated.
And I must go.
Okay, resolve. That's not what we wanted. Okay, scry before we draw. Definitely to the bottom. Okay, draw a card. Flame Sweep is very good for us. So we can kill the Royal Scions this way. So we can create 2 elementals, pump them, and kill the Royal Scions. Let's go ahead and draw one more card, just see what else we find. Sarkhan is interesting. Sarkhan's actually very good for us. All right, this is the game plan. So, Flame Sweep. We have to do this before we create the elementals. And I'd love to put up more stuff on these guys, but then we're probably in more trouble. I want to get rid of the Royal Scions.
Oh, they're so cute. Let's get stoked.
All right, swing at the Royal Scions. Maybe going face is just better here, actually. Brazen Borrower is one of them. Yeah, going face might have been better because we could play Sarkhan out and swing in. We'll see if Chandra realizes that they can kill our Chandras.
To know is to triumph.
Creating dragons is also very good against their 1/1s. 1 toughness stuffs. The emblems are going to get annoying, but we should be able to win before those really come into play. Okay, resolve. Okay, Temple of Epiphany. Okay, please resolve. Don't have another negate. There we go. Sweet. All right.
Feel the lick of my flames.
Draw a card now. That would have been nice. Okay. So I'm thinking I want to put a loyalty counter onto everything here.
Can't believe Mother Ludi gave us homework.
I can tick up and swing 2 creatures so that I can ping this down real quick. Kill Royal Scions. Or we hit Chandra so they don't get Sarkhan. That's the better play, I think.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try something new.
They are coming.
All right, we swing like that. Get rid of the Royal Scion so they can't keep drawing cards easily. They get to bring out a Brazen Borrower on the next turn. Because we were able to tick up with Chandra, Sarkhan doesn't die to Chandra. We actually can... We have lethal on board for this next turn, though. They create 1 blocker. Let's see here. So I can create 2 elementals, give them +2/+1, and then have 3 dragons attacking in. If they block 1 dragon, we get 4. So 8 + 6 is 14 damage. So unless they can create another blocker or another Brazen Borrower, we win. So yeah, that's what they had to do. All right, draw a card. Okay, we get Narset. Narset's pretty good. That means they can't draw any additional cards, which completely shuts off the Improbable Alliance there. But we are losing lots of life here along the way, which is bad. Interplanar Beacon should help. Okay, Interplanar Beacon. Okay, Narset. Yep, draws now so they can stay alive.
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality are lost.
Okay, Royal Scions gain some more life. So the nice thing is that I can actually give something trample and +2/+0 with Royal Scion, so I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and tick down with Narset.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
Flame Sweep we can't actually play right now. But it is good to have. Let's see here. We swing everything. I'm wanting to be able to draw cards here, right? So we can actually tick up this way.
Ooh, hot, 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 hot.
Flame Sweep. Everything becomes dragons. And we have... Oh no, 2 of them are... Alright, 1 at Chandra, 1 at face. So drawing 2 cards helps us to actually use the ability here. So draw cards first so that we know what we want to discard.
What is my
Drop
strategy
a shock. Pass the turn. There we go. Alright, this... I don't know how they come back from this. Unless they have like a mass manipulation, that would be very bad for us, but... They shouldn't be able to come back from this. Yeah, can't draw an extra card because of Narset. And there we go. Woo! Alright, that was a very grindy game and very fun. Alright, up against Kuma. Bring it on, Kuma. Let's do this. All right, we have Quench in turn 2, Royal Scions into Flames of Invention. This is pretty amazing, actually. So we just... And we're on the play, which is really good. Play Island. Plays Mountain, and what are we up against here? Stone Coil Serpent. Interesting. Double Quench. All right, pass the turn, yeah. Now we may not play the Royal Scions until after we get out Fires of Invention. Yep, Quench. Because getting early game quenches is so good. And pass the turn. Quench. Yep, very glad to get rid of that. The Stone Coil Serpent actually is annoying. We do have a few creatures that we can end up using. Castle Vantris. Let's go Fires of Invention. I'm actually not sure I want to discard anything here. And let's just play Saheeli. Saheeli is really good against the Stone Coil Serpent. Pass the turn.
Anything like this.
I'm intrigued with them playing it on 1. I have seen people do that. If they're playing stuff that pumps it up, then it's good. He swings at Saheeli.
You just gave me an idea.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, Moving Ling. Royal Scions, we don't actually get to...
I assist those humbled by the pursuit of knowledge.
Let's see here. So yeah,
Courage.
tick up, Shambling Suit
with the knowledge to direct.
down. Yeah, there we go. Opponent scoops it up. We just got a lot of value there. That's why holding on the Quench early game. That's why Quenches are so good in the deck, but it's really bad late game. But man, early game is just amazing. All right, so there you guys have it with Izzet Superfirends, and dude, these guys are, it's a really good deck. I think that's actually pretty powerful. I was scared to play it into competitive play, which I do think it's going to have trouble against lands decks, all those things that are like always played on in ranked. And so I was trying to get away from that a little bit, really. But overall, the deck is really powerful. I think that if you get them a bunch of Planeswalkers out, if you're able to have a good early game and just kind of grind out value with these guys, they definitely grind out value and you're going to win games. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.